I say don't believe the hype. Uber stock is going to zero. But some analysts who admittingly are a lot smarter than I am say that Uber is actually poised to surge, get it, in the stock market. Hey everyone, this is Kevin the Apptrepreneur. Welcome to my channel. If this is your first time here and have to really like this video, please do me a favor. Hit that subscribe button and that bell notification. We upload videos on a near daily basis and you will want to be notified when we talk about it. So anyway, I haven't talked about the Uber stock in a little while, but I think this story definitely... Actually, no, it's been like a couple of weeks, but I don't worry about the stock too much anymore, especially since I bought my Uber stock as like a vanity stock. I don't care if it goes up or down. If it goes to zero, it'll be like, oh well, that's that. I knew that was going to happen. It was just something I had to have. I had to have at least one share so I could say, hey, you have an Uber investor who clearly thinks you suck. But here's the thing. A lot of analysts keep saying that Uber stock, it's on the verge. It's the next Facebook. It's going to be the next thing. It's on its breakout here. And in all fairness, it has been going up the last month. It has been going up the last month. It's still down from what it was when it started. Or, well, let's go to max. Because this was the highest it ever got. And now it's up here. So it's still down. But it's kind of going in that direction, if you know what I mean. But here's the thing. I made a video a couple weeks ago saying, don't believe the hype. Uber stock is still going to zero. And I outlined a lot of reasons why, and I will link to that video somewhere here so that you can watch it if you want. But here's the thing. There is one Wall Street firm that thinks Uber is poised to surge 54% in the next year, and they've actually given 3 reasons. So I kind of want to go over these reasons and kind of give you my 2 cents on them. Again, this is not financial advice, and these people are probably smarter than me, but I've been dealing with Uber a long time, and I think there's some points they might be missing. But let's look at this. So anyway, the first is Uber's main ride-sharing business. Quote, we expect ride-sharing bookings to grow at a 15% 19E to 24E compound annual growth rate, with adjusted net revenue growing at a 17% compound annual growth rate during the same period. This is because UBS believes Uber is the clear number 1 player in North America and a top player in markets where it operates outside of North America, according to the note. Now, here's the thing. I don't disagree with this per se, but I think it might be a little optimistic. Because here's the thing. Can rideshare bookings grow? Theory, yes, because I'm actually surprised how many people haven't used Uber yet, so that's always one thing. But here's the thing. I would say this was much more likely with Lyft, because Lyft is just in America and Canada. Uber's everywhere, but Uber's has actually been closing shop in foreign countries. Uber, in my opinion, does not have like a lot of global growth to have left. So where the 15% is going to come from would have to be from people who, frankly, have just been too stubborn to use Uber, and they're finally going to use it. So, but that's number one. So I don't know. Is that possible? I guess it is, but it doesn't look like it to me. But the second reason, the UBS forecasts Uber Eats can grow its business bookings at a 33% compound annual rate between now and 2024. Uber has a large opportunity in food delivery that it can capitalize on as a platform, especially as a consumer trend shift away from cooking. This I agree with a little bit more. Uber Eats does have a lot of room to grow. Granted, they just shuttered Uber Eats in India, I believe, and in the UK, and I'm not making a separate video for this, actually lost the exclusive rights to deliver McDonald's. So Uber Eats does have potential to grow. They're not right now, but they have the potential to grow. So Here's the thing, and this article actually kind of omits why this third point was listed. There was another article that did it, but I closed it, and then it wanted me to pay for it to read again. I didn't want to do it, but anyway. The third reason is UBS thinks that Uber can expand its margins and turn a profit on an EBITDA basis by 2021. Now, why would they feel that they can expand their margins? Well, because UBS actually feels that there's more price gouging for the drivers. Like, they actually believe that Uber can raise their commissions on drivers. And you know what? Everywhere except California, they can. And Uber absolutely will try to do that. They've been trying to do that for a long time. Now, granted, in California, that's going to be a lot harder to do. That's going to be a heck of a lot harder to do. And if that AB5 style bill start opening in other states, start getting signed, all that jazz, it's going to be tougher and tougher for Uber to just, flimsily take the fares. I think it's very telling, though, and honestly, it kind of shows how should we say, the predatory nature of investing, if you will. That one of the three key reasons that this company feels that the Uber stock is on verge to be like a breakout success is, hey, they're just gonna gouge the drivers some more. They'll raise the prices. They'll take a bigger cut. I mean, that's one of their main reasons why they feel that Uber will, grow. And it's like that. That kind of makes me a little sick to the stomach to think that there are people in suits who are just buying pieces of paper in this company, and they're kind of looking over the business model, and they're saying how is this company going to make more money? I know they're going to price gouge the working bees a little bit more, those people who are protesting and complaining that they can't make enough money to eat or have their own place to live and they're sleeping in their car. Yeah, they're going to take more money from those, and I feel good about investing in them because of that. I don't know. That seems pretty awful to me. The Uber Eats business can grow, and I'm not sure, maybe it can grow 15%, the ride sharing, but seeing as how the ride sharing is their biggest money loser, I don't know what they're thinking. Others, of course, are still hoping on to this self-driving cars. This was published yesterday, actually, by the time you're watching this, where Samipa Shetty, is that how you pronounce it? Samipa Shetty points out about the struggling IPO and growth, and she goes on to make this long argument about the self-driving cars, how much more luxurious they're going to be. Of course, this comes at the time when Lyft's autonomous partner Magna actually announced they were getting out of the self-driving car business because it has no road to profitability, it has no road to success, and it's kind of at a dead end. If you think about it, it's kind of funny how for 2 years, within 2 to 5 years, the first 2 to 5 years of these things, they had different levels of the car, level 1 through 5, and if it gets to level 5, it's ready for prime time. In a very short amount of time, we got to level 3. We haven't gone beyond 3 yet, and it's been a few years since we've hit 3, so I don't know. I don't know. I think the whole thing is stalled myself. But yeah, so that could be a fourth reason. But here's the thing. The reason I'm making this video, obviously if you want to invest in Uber, it's your choice. There's analysts telling you that it's going to grow. Right now, well, that looks bad, but right now it looks like it's on the rise. So I could be completely wrong about this stock basically becoming a penny stock. However, all three of the arguments are problematic. First, that Uber's ride-sharing business is going to grow 15% on an annual basis. I'm sorry, there's not many countries left for Uber to grow. I don't think that's completely realistic. Not completely unrealistic, but not completely realistic either. They have second, that Uber Eats can grow its bookings. This is the only one that I actually agree with. Uber Eats can grow their business, although the fact that they are shuttering Uber Eats in many of these countries speaks volumes, and you do have to wonder how much can they grow when you have DoorDash and Postmates and Grubhub, and all these companies are not making money. They're all struggling. I mean, having food delivered is definitely something people like, but can you be profitable doing it? And then the final thing is that Uber can basically price gouge the customers and steal from the driver some more. The reason I would be suspicious of that one, because although technically you can do it, is AB 5 has just been passed into law in California, and more laws like it will be continuing in other states. And in California, you have the 25% cap. Uber can't be doing what this person is suggesting they do. So if this thing starts spreading, let's say it reaches 15 states within 2 years, that will severely hinder Uber's ability to profit at that point. For what it's worth, and again, this is not financial advice, even though I own an Uber stock, I think it's a stock well worth staying away from. There are other companies I think you would have a much better time in investing in, and those companies are probably better in general. But there are still investors out there who thinks that Uber will turn themselves around, that the driverless cars will become a thing, and in all fairness, I should just mention that they're still out there, and this discussion is far from over. However, that's where I am going to leave this particular video. What do you think? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Do you think the self-driving cars are going to save Uber stock? Do you think it's going to rebound? Do you think it is on its way to become the next Facebook or Amazon? I would love to know. Comment below, like, favorite, share, subscribe, and as always, flame responsibly. Have a good one.